Alright, what's going on, everyone? So, it's Monday morning. I was supposed to be on my way to work. I should actually be at work at this point right now. But my CRV is not starting. And it's so cold outside right now that my compressor in the S2000 isn't trying to like cut off and fill the tank. Because normally when it's really cold outside, the S2000, the compressors, it kind of has like trouble sometimes working or like functioning properly, and it's not filling the tank how it's supposed to, so it's not allowing my car to lift up off the ground. So I mean, like I was saying to you guys, like when I first started doing this, like air suspension pros and cons, this is one of the cons. I mean, this is honestly my fault. I think well, it is my fault. I need to buy me a second compressor. I really do. I really do. Now the thing with the CRV is not cutting on. I think there's something faulty with this with my automatic start, because sometimes when I try to automatic start the car in the mornings, because I normally do that when it's cold out, I try to automatic start it and it doesn't cut on. And when it doesn't cut on, it's like when I'm trying to actually like start it with the key, it doesn't want to turn on either. I'm gonna try it now. I gave it a second and you see like nothing. Like I know the battery isn't dead, and I know that like there's nothing literally wrong with the starter, because the car started all weekend, no problem. And now the car isn't starting. I remember Steven saying something about, you know, the fuel flooding, and that I have to wait for it to evaporate. Steven Ocasio, if you guys don't know who that is, he had commented on one of the video where I was saying that the CRV wasn't starting and stuff like that. But yeah, the CRV isn't starting. My S2000 won't lift off the ground. I freaking locked myself out my room, but I had a spare key, so I was good. So I mean, this Monday morning has turned out to be super shitty, bro. Like none of my cars are starting, none of my cars is working. I don't know what to do. Like the S2000, the compressor isn't like filling the tank properly, so I can't drive the car, because one, like I could get the car to lift off the ground, like just manually turning, you know, turning on the paddles or whatever. But right now the car won't cut off. Like I mean, the compressor won't cut off, and it's not filling the tank. Like we got rid of the compressor chipping out, but now right now it's just not cutting on. So like right now it's at 93 and it's not budging. Looks like it's filling up now. See, now the tank is filling up, but before it was not filling up. So my analysis is just that the compressor was frozen, and it takes a second for it to like warm up and then start working. Because right now it's filling up and it's moving the way it's supposed to. See, now I'm lifting up the car, like, but I already called out of work. I would be a whole like hour late if I go to work right now, and I'm not trying to be an hour late. I mean, I'd rather get my straight 8 hours than to be an hour late and lose time. So I don't know. It is what it is, though. This is like the worst morning ever. But from now on, I'm just not gonna air my car out. I'm gonna just leave it, just in case the CRV doesn't want to start. But I'm about to see if I can take this CRV to go get some shit figured out. I'm about to go probably back in the house, go lay down, and just take the CRV later to go get figured out, because this shit's annoying the hell out of me. You know what I mean? Like, it's either I get a new automatic start, or I take the friggin' automatic start out, because the automatic starter is like literally the main reason why this car has not been working the way it's supposed to. See, now it cut off, so now the tank is fully filled, but now it's at 148. I dropped the tank pressure down to 150. Ugh. So I dropped the tank pressure down to 150 because I had it all the way up to like 170, I think, something like that, and it was like overworking the compressor to the point where it's like overloading and making the compressor like heat up and like chip out the chip out the fuse. So I dropped it down to 150 and I haven't had a problem. I drove the car on Saturday, as you guys are gonna see. Wow, this thing is mad dark. As you guys are gonna see through the video, because it's probably gonna be a continuation, I don't know yet. But I dropped it down to 150 and I haven't blown a fuse yet. Hopefully we don't. So I think that was a problem, and then we like cut some of the wiring and stuff like that just to get some of the old wiring out of there. But I don't know, man. This air suspension is starting to annoy the hell out of me, yo. Ugh. But I definitely have to get another compressor. Like, I keep saying it, but it's just like one of those things where it's like, I really don't feel like spending that kind of, like spending like $150 or however much it is on a compressor right now because my compressor works. But it's like, it'd be times like this where it's like, you need that shit, Phil. Stop playing around. So, I gotta get it for real. Because I know, like I said, I don't really drive the S2K like that in the wintertime, but you know, it'd be times like this where it's like, damn, I have to drive the car off so I can't get to work. So I'm just gonna leave the car aired up. I'm probably gonna go lay back down for a little bit and then wake up around like 10 o'clock and then see if I could go to MP and see if he could check out the CRV, because right now the CRV is giving me hell. Alright, so right now I'm about to make an Instagram video showing MP what I was talking about. Alright, MP, look. Let's see if it starts. Still nothing. The car's not starting still. So I don't know. Now it's starting. Alright, MP, look. Let's see if it starts. Okay, so the CRV started. He's saying it's the starter. I don't know. I don't feel like it's the starter, but I mean, I thought it was the starter in the beginning, but I don't know. He's saying maybe it could be ignition switch or a starter relay. Yeah, I don't know, man. This thing is retarded, but I don't think it's the starter though. Because normally, like when the starter's going bad, it normally like sometimes it like twitches or like flickers a bit before it wants to start. And it's not doing that. It kind of just like shuts off, but then it starts up no problem afterwards. Alright guys, so I haven't really been like showing you guys everything that I've been doing, but I have the trunk here. I'm working on it right now. I'm trying to figure out one of my, I think I have 2 leaks in my bags from the line. I used soap water. If you guys don't know, I mean, I'm pretty sure a lot of you know that, but when you want to check like what lines are leaking in your bags, you could just use soapy water, spray it on the line, and it'll cause, you know, bubbles, where that way you'll know, okay, there's air coming from out of this line. With the V2 management that I have, it normally tells you that this bag has a leak. It'll put like an L next to whichever preset is on, or wherever side it's on, it'll have an L next to it. Because obviously with the V2 it has the 4 corners that it could you know, lift up at the same time. You could use it in manual mode. It's different settings with the V2 management. But one of the lines is leaking and it's not showing on my V2 management. And like I said, when it gets cold out, the management kind of acts a little faulty at times. Just like earlier today when I tried to start the car, it didn't want to start. I mean, it's I wanted to lift the car up because I'm thinking about the CRV and this car at the same time. When I tried to lift this car up, it wouldn't lift because the compressor wasn't pumping the air into the tank, because I guess the compressor was either frozen or it just was really cold. Like I said earlier, I'm just gonna get me another compressor because I do feel like this compressor is on its last leg. I had the compressor for 2 years. You know, things don't last as long as they should, but it is what it is. When it's cold out, the air suspension kind of gives a little bit of problems. Like, I could drive my car no problem. The bags still hold up, none of that craziness. It's just the compressor and the tank is just not pumping enough air into the tank to where I could use it to lift up the car when I needed to. So right now I'm just checking through the air lines, making sure all the air lines are good. Obviously you guys seen me drain the tank the other day. It was a lot of water in there. But I'm gonna use this snipping tool here just to make sure that the line is even and cut straight. Because sometimes when the line isn't cut straight, it's like air could get through it. So we're gonna cut the line and just make sure that everything's even, and then pop it in there, and then when you tug it out, it should lock into place. Hopefully it stops the air line from leaking and whatnot. So I'm hoping so, because right now my bags, everything is just giving me a lot of problems. Like I said, today turned out to be a very, very shitty morning, but ended up being a good day because I'm off of work, but I still have problems with my car. The CRV is fine. I parked it on the street. It's fine. Like I said, I think it's just something wrong with the automatic start. So I'm just not going to use the automatic starter anymore, which sucks because when it's 30 degrees outside and you want to start your car up in the morning, so that way you're not just getting into a cold car. But it is what it is. I'm gonna just do what I have to do. I mean, this is the first car I ever had with automatic starter. I wasn't using one before. I'm just not gonna use it now. But like I said, I'm not here to complain. I don't really care. I mean, I do care, but it is what it is. You have 2 cars, you gotta deal with 2 things. So let's just figure out what this airline problem is, and hopefully I could have something figured out by the end of today. That's why when you ever hear those phrases, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, you start messing with things, I kid you not, everything starts going wrong. And it's not my boy's fault, it's nobody's fault, you know, just it is what it is. I put the lines back myself, and I just feel like it's just not the way it was. So I'm just gonna try to figure it out and fix it. I just don't want to cut it too short, but you know what I mean? It is what it is. Alright, nice and smooth. Airlift gives you this. So if you order from Bag Riders or any air suspension company, they should give you this cutter for your lines. So I'm just gonna pop it back into the management and it should be alright. Alright, so right now I'm gonna put the air back into the tank and just test it and see if any of the lines are still leaking. Alright, so your boy just finished washing down the CRV and the S2K. I'm gonna check the airline to make sure that it's not leaking again. I just let it sit for a little bit. I might wait a little bit longer and just see. But for the most part, I didn't see any air bubbles or anything like that. But with the airlines, you never know. So hopefully everything is good, everything's squared away. I don't see anything like lower than the others. So I'm hoping that it's alright. But this air suspension has been kicking my ass, man. But the CRV looks mad good. CRV looks mad good. Everyone keeps telling me to mod it. I'm going to mod it, but I kind of just want to get the S2K to a certain point where I could be like, okay, I'm content with this for right now. Now we could get on the CRV. But I'm trying to debate on what suspension I should do for the CRV. Like, what brand? I was looking at some Function and Forum coilovers. Function and Forum, right? Yeah, Function and Forum coilovers. I saw some for sale on eBay. I was gonna buy those. Maybe True Heart, but I don't know if I really want to run True Heart like that, to be honest. So I don't know. I mean, do you guys have any opinions? Any CRV owners out there that's got a slam CRV and, you know, you're on what kind of suspension? You know, like, I don't want to go too crazy, but I also want my ride to be like pretty like decent. So that's the only reason why I was looking at the Function and Forum, because I've known people to ride on those and they haven't had any complaints. So I mean, I just want to know, you know. Like I said, CRV is my daily, so I do want it to be comfortable. I don't want it to be crazy, you know. So there's a lot that I got to do for the CRV. Me and MP got a couple things that we want to do up our sleeve with the CRV. I want to have the system in there like pretty nice. The thing is like next year when I go to Ocean City for H2OI, I don't know if I want to bring the S2K or if I want to bring the CRV down. I might bring the CRV this year, just so that way like I could film better, like, you know, have maybe Vanessa drive and I could record from out the car, because the latch opens up so you have like space to like get your gimbal and stuff going. So we'll see, you know, or I might just drive the CRV and the S2K and just be down there mobbing with both. So we'll see. What's going on, everyone? So your boy's home. It's 11:24. I just finished fixing the CRV. Me and Jermaine hopped on that today. We actually got a new battery for the CRV. I did the thermostat for the CRV, and I did an oil change for the CRV. I didn't record it because when I woke up this morning, I tried to start the CRV and it wouldn't start. It wouldn't start, and I tried to drive the S2K to work today, and when I was trying to go to lift the car up, I've come to realize that the lines are frozen. So when I drained the tank at my boy's shop, when you guys saw all that stuff pouring out, most of that was the antifreeze the airline antifreeze, something like that. Like, but it's for airlines, and I put it in there so that way when it goes through the lines, and when, you know, when you pump all the air into the lines, there's no like water residue left back that gets frozen. So when I put the tank back, I never put any more back in there. So I'm guessing that the lines are just frozen and it wouldn't allow the car to lift up. But me and Jermaine, like I said before, we basically got a new battery for the car. I changed the thermostat, and the car has been starting up perfect. So when I wake up tomorrow morning, I'm gonna know for sure if it's the battery. If it's not the battery, then I don't know. Jermaine thinks it's the battery because, like I said, the starter, it normally makes a noise when you're trying to get it to cut on. So if it ain't the battery, then it's got to be either the ignition switch or maybe what is that, the relay, the starter relay. So if it's not any one of those, I mean, if it's not the battery, then it's got to be one of those. So I'm not really too sure if it is the automatic start. Jermaine was saying that he doesn't think it's the automatic start and that my battery voltage was pretty low when we checked it. So he's thinking that it was the battery. So I'm hoping I wake up tomorrow morning and I'm able to drive the car to work, because I literally had to pay $40 to get to work today from taking an Uber. Oh my God. But I'm beat, y'all. Like, I'm mad tired. I woke up so early this morning just so that way I could get just so I could figure out the CRV, so that way I could get to work. I woke up probably like 6:30 this morning, close to 7, and I went outside in the freezing cold trying to figure out the car to get it to go to work, and couldn't get it, so I had to like do the most just to even get to work today. But it is what it is. Like I said, there's no complaints. I don't really like try to let these things like this deter me and change my mood. I mean, I kind of was in a bad mood today, but it's just, you know, life, you know what I mean? But I hope you guys enjoyed the vlog. If you guys have any feedback or any input, like I said, any CRV owners, comment down the suspension that you've run on your car and stuff like that. But with God willing, I hope the car starts tomorrow, because I really do not feel like paying an Uber to get to work tomorrow. So let's just cross our fingers and hope that it's the battery that was causing all this problem. But like I said, with the S2000 and this air suspension, has really been kicking my ass. I got 2 air leaks. The car drops down on like the passenger's rear wheel, and then I think it's both the passenger side, front and rear, that keeps like lowering itself. So I have a leak there. And like I said, I think the lines are just frozen, so it's not like allowing itself to lift up. But I definitely need a new compressor though. I know this video is long as hell, but it is what it is. This is what happens on a normal day basis, but like I said, it's all in good health, man. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna get it together. But that's pretty much it. I'm done talking. I'm about to go to sleep. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Peace.